like a craft beer through a pint glass. These are the gays of our lives. A show where Lisa and Avery get out their gay decoder rings to decipher the gay alphabet and bridge the gap between the older and younger LGBTQ community and everyone fucking else. And now here are your hosts, Lisa and Avery. Don't blame them.
Hey guys, it's Sears.
And Avery.
And today on The Gays of Our Lives,
we have fellow comedian from Cincinnati, Ohio. Do you want to start over?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw because you're shaking your head a lot. All right, let's do this one more time.
All right. Hey guys, it's Sears.
And Avery.
And today on The Gays of Our Lives, we have an amazing guest.
We have fellow comedian from Cincinnati, Ohio, Bridget Denman.
Yeah.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right. Glad to be here. Nice rainy day in Ohio.
Right. Oh, it's raining there. It was this morning here. It's the sun's come out now.
We just kind of passed it over to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think we're getting what you had. So.
Yeah, it's definitely our fault. Sorry.
How are you surviving without comedy?
I've just been doing other things. Mostly right now I've been doing a lot of art. So I hair in my mouth. I started getting back into digital art, and so pretty much just been filling my time up with that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's like, I think a lot of people have had to find something else to keep occupied, keep busy.
For sure. I started like the first week or so when I started, like when all this started, I tried very hard to like continue writing, and I was recording these like videos and putting them out. But after like a week, I was like, the only thing I have to talk about is the coronavirus and being bored. And I don't really want to talk about either of those.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's like what everybody else is talking about too,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I don't think I have a unique enough opinion to like stand out with what I have to say.
How long ago did you start comedy?
2 years now. 2 years.
What?
She said
no, seriously.
2 years.
2 years. I've been doing it for 2 years now.
Wow. I thought like you'd been doing it like 10 years or so. I mean, seriously.
No. Huh. Thank you.
Wow.
No, not 10
Okay.
years. I just hit 2 on April Fool's Day. Well, yeah, April 1st, so April Fool's Day. Was just 2 years. So I haven't been doing it very long. Before I got into comedy, I was like part of this sketch group for like a real small period of time. And I used to do a lot of videos and stuff like that. And so I had like I wasn't a stranger to making a joke, but actually standing on stage and delivering, that's new as of like 2 years ago.
Okay. Wow. I honestly, I would have thought you would have been doing it a lot longer. So.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I actually met Bridget. We opened for Jen Kober together over at, what's that place called? Sorry. Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty Funny Bone.
That's it. Liberty Funny Bone.
Is that over in Ohio then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's north of Cincinnati, like 20-ish minutes.
It's kind of considered Cincinnati though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
like a suburb.
It's a suburb of Cincinnati.
It was a lot of fun. So I was like, hey, I would love to have you on our show. Now, wait a minute, let me ask this. How do you identify?
Female, she, her.
Okay. And when did you come out?
So I came out about 3.5 years ago or so, roughly, right around in there. About 3.5 years ago.
So,
So not
so I'm sorry. How old are you again? I don't know if we've covered that.
Oh, I am 31. So I was like 28, 27. I think 27 is about like the time in which I was like, oh, I have to do something. And then like, it took several months to build up the courage to do it, but
Was there like an event that like just the light bulb went on and you like just realized like I have to
yeah,
be changing my life and
there for sure was. And it's not a fun story. If I'm going to be honest with you, I was engaged to get married and we split up. It just didn't work. And I kind of sunk into a depression real bad. And one of the like kind of common threads in my life was whenever I'd get really depressed, I would cross dress. And then so this final time, I had kind of come to the conclusion that like I was so depressed. I was like, if I'm not gonna kill myself, then I need to come out of the closet and I just need to live my life. Like I was like, those are the options. I either need to come out or I'm just gonna kill myself. And I wasn't ready to do that yet, so I came out.
were you engaged to a man or a woman?
Woman.
Can I ask? A woman?
Woman. She's very cool. Her name's Caitlin. We're still friends. We talk pretty regularly. I mean, every couple months.
That's good.
awesome. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's funny because I can't tell you how many trans people we've interviewed on the show, and it truly comes down to I either need to transition or I'm not going to make it. Like
Mhm.
that's and I can't. I honestly, I think almost every single one has something to that degree, and it was like, and it's just so true because it all is like feeling like you're kind of pinned up. What was the first time you remember like dressing as yourself in public?
It was shortly after, I guess, after I realized like, because I guess there's like that thing where like your whole life like you kind of know something's up, but you don't really know, and then once you find out, like you start to move. So it was like a couple weeks after I realized what was going on with myself. Um, yeah, and it was somewhere like a like a Walmart at like 3 a.m. Something that I thought would have not very much traffic.
Oh yeah, no, and like and at Walmart, like no one's gonna say two ways to any direction. So
no, my worst my worst dress is better than some of what I've seen at Walmart.
I remember there was this website that used to be really popular, and it was called The People of Walmart.
Oh
And
yeah.
that makes me so comfortable to go into Walmart in like my PJs even.
Can you imagine what that website looks like now with the coronavirus and the way they're packing in that place? Ooh, I have to look at that website again.
I bet you there's been a couple witch doctor people going in.
Witch doctor? Oh my god!
Yeah, haven't you seen that like with like the bird beak?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that called a plague doctor? I think.
Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. They used to they had that like beak, and then they'd pack it full of like flowers and stuff.
To keep the smell or something.
Yeah, because the smell of the dead bodies was so overwhelming.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, and so at least we're not that far, right?
Right, we're doing a little better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have literal dead bodies in the street, so
it's not Zombieland yet either. So like, really, we're in like a very comfortable zone right
now. Yeah. I'm comfortable.
So, are you dating right now?
No. No.
Why that laugh? Can I ask?
Oh, dating is just, it's so hard. Yeah, it is tough. I think because I'm pansexual, bisexual. I say queer is what I identify as, and I'm more typically attracted to women, and I just feel like there's not a whole lot of women that are comfortable with the trans thing. So it's a small dating pool.
100. And it's
Well,
like,
have you had any surgeries or?
No. If I'm being honest, I don't even know if that's what I'm going to end up doing either. So it's hard to, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm going to do that. And I know it's tough to find find somebody who identifies as like gay that's okay with it. And anyway.
I think there's more and more queer women too, though, that, I mean, I honestly think that there are more and more people out there that would date trans women also, women would.
Yeah, no, and I'm not saying that there isn't. It's just like there's a stigma to it, it's pretty consistent. And I'm not trying to be a downer. It is what it is. But there's that stigma that like if you're dating me, like we're probably like not gonna have kids. That's just not something that like I can do and put out there. And if we go to adopt, like that's gonna be we're gonna have to go to a court and they're gonna have to approve it, and that's just a challenge.
Are you on estrogen then?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Okay, well, our couple last week, actually, he has not done any of the surgeries or anything. Is he on estrogen, Avery? Or is she on estrogen? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, is Autumn on estrogen?
Yes.
I'm not sure. We didn't ask her that.
Because she said she wasn't going to do the surgery because they wanted to have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think they're putting off most things until they have a child together.
Yeah. So, you never know.
Yeah, that ship has sailed for me. I've been on hormones for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting anybody pregnant.
You know what? I'm really glad that I don't have anybody during this because I love my dogs more than anything. But they have been with me 24/7. Even if I leave to go anywhere, they've been with me. And I'm like, if it was a human, I would not know. No, I couldn't do this.
No, no way, for sure. It's definitely, I like my alone time. Do you have any friends that are in a new relationship that just got put on 24/7?
I don't know. No, I don't know for sure, but I do know some women that I know a woman in one of my breast cancer groups that her husband and her are splitting up right at the beginning of it. And I have a buddy here in town, him and his wife at the very beginning of it split up. And I'm like, oh my God, not only do you have to go through that and this too, and you didn't, I don't know. This is just,
it's too much.
It's crazy times. It's stuff we should never have to have thought about, like, the funeral that you have to video.
Right.
Yeah. No, I saw on like a happier note, I saw a TikTok of a girl dressed to the nines and on a Zoom call date with her date because she insisted that they still have it. So like, there was like that end of it too. I don't know. I've been in lockdown with my fiance and we're just kind of like walking the dogs every like hour or so.
They say that dating because of this, because of course we don't have anything to do and it's nice to talk to somebody and there's nothing, it's not sexual because it can't be, and all this. And the dating is up and it's good for people that are like, demisexual like me because it's not about sex. So, I mean, I can see it being like that. I'll get on a dating site and then not even 3 hours later, I'm like, what am I doing? This is stupid. Get off this damn thing. That's horrible. I hate them.
I do the same thing. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've downloaded and deleted Bumble and Tender and all that.
Yeah. I don't know. I've met a lot of friends on there though. And that's about it.
I feel like that's kind of like when I was single, I feel like it was kind of like moon phases. like sometimes I'd have like all these apps, sometimes I'd have like one app, sometimes I'd have like no apps, and it was like a cycle that just constantly went through where I was like full bore into it, not so into it, and it just kind of kept repeating.
I go like months or weeks upon weeks, and then I'm like, okay, I'll get on. And it's not even for 24 hours usually. And I'm like, what am I doing?
I mean,
This is horrible.
it's just fishing, you know, every now and then you go fishing, you don't like any of the fish you catch, and then
It's just like a video game to play while I'm bored.
there you go.
Yeah. Oh, it's exactly that.
It is. That's stupid that dating is like that nowadays, though, but it is. So, anyways.
Well, who has the time before this? Who had the time to date? I don't know about you, but I was busy from like the time I woke up to the time I went to bed.
Well, I am now because I picked up some little things to do, but I am too.
You were busy before all of that. Seriously, busy, and that's what.
No, I mean, still though, I'm busy. You know, in quarantine, I'm still busy because I'm printing off those ear savers for the masks. So I'm running a 3D printer almost 24/7. And, you know, so I'm in my playbook online. And so I've been busy, but before this, you're right. I didn't have time for somebody, you know, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's like, well, if you meet the right person, it'll work. And I'm like, no, I don't have time for them. I'm busy.
So, where do you work right now?
I got laid off. I was a waitress, so I was like the first round of layoffs.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so sorry.
You know, honestly, like it sucks that I can't do stand-up comedy, but I haven't had time to myself like this in like 10 years, so it's not all bad.
Yeah. What kind of art are you getting into during all of this? Like I know you said digital. Is there anything you've been like putting up on Instagram or?
Yeah, I've been doing portraits of friends. That's been the big thing. Yeah. Like little cartoon portraits.
That's right. You said put your name here if you want one drawn, and you had gotten so many requests by the time I saw it, and I was like, sure. I remember that now. You were doing that.
Yeah, I have had a lot of people reach out, so it's been a fun little way to make a little extra money too, which is nice.
Yeah, that's so cool. I don't have like a skill like that. Like I can say funny things sometimes, but like I couldn't make something artistic someone would actually want to buy from me. You know.
Well, I'm sure you have it in you. It's that practice, you know, you just got to do it a lot.
Oh, yeah, I'm lazy. Like and that's the thing, like if it doesn't come naturally to me, I'm the worst. Like gardening came really naturally to me, so I'm like, oh, I'll do that all day. But like playing with clay or something, I'm like, this is not me. It's not my sport.
Yeah, no. You're an artist, so I'm sure there's other creative bones in your body, dude. I mean, comedians are artists.
Comedians are we truly are. And I think there's a lot of practices to it for sure. But what do I want to talk about next? Oh, so while you do work, when you are like working at the restaurant, like what is that like for you day to day? Like, are you pretty comfortable, and is everybody pretty cool with you where you live? I don't know Cincinnati's culture with trans. I don't know.
Yeah. I actually work in Kentucky, Florence, Kentucky, because we're like right there on the border.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. If we're being honest, a lot of people can't really tell. So it doesn't really come up a whole lot.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Until she started doing her comedy and she started talking about being trans, and me and Jen both were like, what? We didn't even notice. I mean, and we're two lesbians. Yeah. We had no clue. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of privilege that I have in that regard. So it's fine. Nobody really says anything. Most of the people that that I work with know, because it's one of those things where I think people start to notice the more time they spend with me. But it's, you know, if I'm just waiting your table and getting your drinks, you probably don't notice.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. But so you do come. Where is your home club then? Is it the Liberty Bunny Bone?
Go Bananas.
Oh, is it Go Bananas?
Montgomery. Yeah.
I hear about Go Bananas all the time. I totally want to make a trip out there soon.
You haven't ever performed there, Avery?
No, I've never gotten out there, and I've always wanted to go to their open mic and check that out because everyone's all about Go Bananas open mic.
Oh yeah, it's a great club. It's a lot of fun.
It is fantastic. One thing I am excited about is they are remodeling during this time, so I'm excited to see what it looks like when it's all over.
What a great time to do it too. Oh my God. I hope more companies are taking advantage of this time like that, because there's quite a few comedy clubs around here I can think of that could use a little cleanup.
Well, Helium just opened, so they're good, you know.
Well,
have you performed at Helium yet, Bridget?
I have not, no.
Well, when all this is over and the open mic gets back open, you'll have to come over and we'll perform, you know. We'll jump on that show and try to get on that show too.
Helium's a fun show. That's definitely a really well-run show.
It's a great
I've heard great things from the people in Cincinnati. I know a lot of people around here have gone. I know a couple of people that have gone like 6 weeks in a row. So
yeah,
wow.
A lot of your guys over there come over to.
Yeah. We have a lot of people in the Cincinnati scene that travel a lot. Like there's, I wouldn't say they're like traveling comedians, insofar as like it's not their full-time profession, but we have a lot of people that are in that step like just before where you're traveling, but it's still kind of out of pocket.
Yeah, and to open mics and stuff. Yeah,
right.
Comedy kind of starts paying for itself like a little bit after that. That's like the next step.
Like anything out of town, that's what it is pretty much for me, for the most part. I'd say 75% of the time out of town, it's out of pocket, open mic. In town is a little bit different, you know, and it's because I don't know, but it's still fun. Even if I have to drive 2 hours and get 5 minutes down in Kentucky at the club there, it was a blast. It was worth it to me, you know. I don't know. It's just fun.
No, I think it's fun to just take your material and try it in new, different places.
Oh yeah.
I think that's because even if you're just like doing it around town, people have just heard it, you know. So it's new and fresh to everybody else.
I do so much better out of town because of that. Because I know the comedians, the open micers, and the comedians in town know exactly what this joke is. They know this bit.
Well, and
you've heard it 50 times
for it too, though. You know what I mean? Like when you're giving it to a fresh audience who has no clue who you are, you're right. Everything you say is 10 times more funny, and it's like I think that rejuvenates you almost. Remember, I've put together something here, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, Go Bananas, they're open mic. I mean, I'm sorry, that was in Dayton when I featured at an open mic. I mean, it was, you know, just got a few more minutes to feature there, or headline there, excuse me, my first headlining gig. And that crowd was so great, even though it was jokes that I've used, you know, for 10 times, you know.
Yeah.
If it's 10 times, it's 1,000. But I mean, and they loved it because it was a new crowd that didn't know me. And I agree. When you travel, it's a lot better.
So, what, like, I don't know, what's like your ultimate goal after quarantine? Like, are you gonna like go back to the serving job and like keep doing your comedy thing, or do you have like some like big grand adventure planned?
No, I think I'll probably just go back if it's available. I'll go back to my restaurant job and just try to pick up where I left off. I had gotten to a point where I was running like two to three shows a month in town that I was like I was booking and working with the venue and everything. So I had those, and then I don't know if you guys have ever talked with Reed Sedgwick. They're down in Louisville. They're a very funny comedian, and myself and them were about to go on tour. Not anything big, but we were going to go, I think it was like Fort Wayne and then up in Detroit. I don't remember exactly where. Just a couple little small spots in the tri-state area, but
yeah.
So hopefully we can do that again or get those rebooked or whatever that takes. I do have a festival coming up in Colorado in July. If that's not canceled,
That's fun.
yeah, hopefully I'll get to do that.
Yeah, Colorado is fun, like any time of year. But man, July at least, like it's never too hot in Colorado, and man,
That'd be awesome though, Colorado. Yeah, to do a festival. Oh yeah.
Mhm. Hopefully it's the Women of Comedy Festival, I think.
that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we still get to do it because, I feel like right now there's no certainty that will actually happen.
Yeah,
no, you don't know if next week. I mean, these states that are releasing now,
that's
it's
scary.
kind of a good thing that they're doing it so that we know what happens. I hate to say that, but I mean, we don't know if our governor said May 1st. We don't know if it's going to be June 1st. I mean, we don't know day to day, week to week, what's going on. And it sucks
Yeah.
because, I mean, what does comedy look like after this? People, they're moving seats out and you don't have as many people in there because they won't sit at tables with people. And,
Well,
it's interesting.
More
It's
shows,
interesting.
Yeah,
it's
I didn't
interesting.
even think about
to
that.
see. It's interesting to see how this is going to end up looking because, I mean, even microphones. I'm not touching that microphone or getting near it when they spit on it and talk and touch it. And no.
well,
I mean, that's the thing though, isn't it? Like, even so, the thing is like, if you pack out a crowd, like, you're gonna have to do it. Like, if it's a room that fits 50, you're gonna have to do like 20,
25. Yep.
25, something like that. And then you're talking about half your revenue if you were making money off the tickets going away. Yeah, and then the microphone. I don't know. It feels like things might start opening back up, but for comedy to really get to where it is, we might be
take us
sitting
a
down
lot
for a
longer.
while.
Yeah.
well, I mean, really, until there's like a vaccine, I don't know if people will be comfortable, and that's like, so really, like that's when like entertainment might even start coming back because I don't even know how movie theaters are really going to function after this. And
I've been saying that I want to grab some land and open up a drive-in movie theater.
oh man, that would be boss right now.
Exactly.
I saw somebody do a drive-in stand-up show.
Ooh,
I don't remember. I don't know where that was, but I mean, that's definitely an option.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, but again, you're still the
microphones. That's the thing. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think you would have to just like have your own microphone.
That's the thing. And most comedians, they're not going to be able to afford their own microphone and stuff.
True. I do believe that you can find one that, because we don't need a high quality one for telling jokes. We're not singing,
That's true.
So we could probably find one for.
Yeah.
You can find them for like $50.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Well, and if it's like a wireless hookup, like, you know what I mean? Then you don't even have to really go into contact with anybody. You just have to like give them the information they need off your mic.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a possibility too. I mean, it's definitely going to change until it's like, until there's not a threat of the virus anymore.
Well, and unfortunately, and it's, not to be negative, but it's already mutating because a friend of mine that's a nurse is on her second bout of it because there's 8 strains of it already. And until they find a vaccine for it, I mean, I think a lot of people still are going to stay away.
Well, even if they decide to open back up, I'm probably gonna. I mean, if I can get my job, I'll work my job, but I'm probably gonna avoid crowds and stuff as much as I can. Cause, and I'm not necessarily concerned about getting sick myself, but I don't want to spread it to any of my friends and stuff that might be vulnerable.
Absolutely. So.
Hey guys, it's Lisa with The Gays of Our Lives, and this week's episode is sponsored by my own CBD line through Denver CBD. It's actually the first one in town here that has vitamin D in it, and it's also helping with different causes. The strawberry flavor 5% goes to cancer support community. The orange flavor, 5% goes to the National MS Society. Use my code Lisa20 and get 20% off your order.
So, anyways, let's end this on a more fun note.
Let's
Talk about
do it.
something more fun. We have a part of our show at the end here that we call Gays Ask with a K. Got to make sure that K's there.
Boom.
Gays Ask. And we just ask, random fun questions. There's no right answer, no wrong answer,
Sounds great.
All right. Abe's, you want to go?
Yeah. All right. I really have been enjoying people's answer to this question recently. So if you could cast anyone to play you in a movie about you, so a biopic, if you will, what actor, or really any person, who would you cast to play you in the movie?
Wow. Golly, that's a tough question. I guess if I had to say off the top of my head, I really think Laura Prepon, is that her name, from that '70s show and Orange is the New Black? I think I'd like for her to play me. I think that'd be fun. I like her. I don't think she looks like me or anything, but I like her attitude.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can have that answer for whatever reason. She's got a good attitude and she's hot.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't want someone hot playing me, you know what I mean? Like,
All right. If you could have dinner with anybody, who would it be and why?
If I could have dinner with anybody, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna have dinner with my childhood hero, Amy Jo Johnson, who was the Pink Power Ranger back in the day.
I love it.
I'm gonna hang out with her and just like really indulge in my 6-year-old desires.
I love it.
That's great. Never had that answer.
We haven't. That's cool. Honestly, like I didn't think we haven't had any childhood heroes.
No, we haven't.
Like, the Pink Power Ranger. All right, my next question, which kind of goes on theme here. If you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be and why?
I think if I could have any superpower, I would probably want telekinesis. Just because, like, I don't want to touch you. I can just stay back and I can do all the things. That sounds good to me.
Are you an introvert?
Yeah, I'm like an introverted extrovert. I'm the kind of person who likes to sit by themselves at a party. If that makes sense. Like I like being there, but I'm not going to participate very much.
Okay.
You're just kind of there to observe.
Yeah. So to answer your question, yes, I am an introvert, very much.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of comedians are, which just shocks me from not really knowing anything about comedy before I got into it, and then seeing all these people, and a lot of them are really introverted, and I never would have thought that, because the way they act on stage.
Right. Well, there's my friend, another comedian who's awesome around here, named Erica Russell, was telling me about a study that she read, and this is, information of information, but something along the lines of like the biggest personality difference between like stand-up comedians and actors and actresses is stand-ups are more introverted and actors are more extroverted. But other than that, very similar personalities.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's interesting.
Think about the comedians that are actors. They're very extroverted.
Yeah, 100. That's crazy. I never thought about that, but that's like right on course.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so we got 2 more. It's your turn.
Okay. Well, thank you. What do you want to do first when everything's clear and free and good to go and the world opens back up? What is the one thing you want to do the most as soon as it's over?
I want to go to this little diner down the street from my house and have lunch. That's what I want to do. I love that restaurant, and I used to eat there once or twice a week, and now I'm not eating there at all. So I'm going to go eat it. Gonna go sit down and eat.
I have a restaurant like that we go to a lot, and I went and ate there, or I went and picked up right before they stopped doing carry out. I had to pick it up at least before, one last time I had to get Best Bet.
Oh, Best Bet. I miss Best Bet.
Yeah, me too.
All right. For the next one, I've been having a lot of fun with this challenge. So it's okay if you don't end up with an answer, but I'd love it if you did. What is your best dad joke?
Best dad joke. I finally figured out my blood type.
Yeah?
It's red.
That's good.
Yeah.
I
you go.
love a good
That's
dad
my best dad joke.
I don't know why you love these so much.
Oh my gosh. What do Eskimos get when they sit on ice for too long?
I don't know.
Polaroids.
Ha!
I love dad jokes. Oh my
They're
gosh.
so fun.
I know you do.
Thank you for
I know
having
you do.
one. I really mean that. I've wanted someone to have a dad joke. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming on. I mean, I met you about a year ago and wanted to have you on, and timing wise to get over here didn't work out. And who knew that all we needed was our phones and Zoom.
Yeah.
Right?
This is like a crazy great program because Lisa's really been talking about you since she saw you. And
We didn't have time to get together, and who knew that this virus was going to create a way that we already had to figure it out.
No, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
If you guys want to be on our show, there's a contact me page at www.laughs.life.
You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Oh, I'm missing one.
TikTok-ish.
No, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat. I don't know. It's one of those.
Yeah, well, we don't do Snapchat
Social
that
media.
much.
Bridget, what's your social media?
It is at Bridget_Denman. And then that's Twitter, Instagram, and then my Facebook page is Bridget Denman Comedy.
Awesome. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
You guys take care.
This has been Gaze of Our Lives. Make sure to check out the Gaze online at www.laughs.life.